here, and I have a quick video for you on some of the things that you could do to make sure that your book sells when it is published. Okay, so in this video, that's what we're going to talk about. Actually, three major things. But before we actually jump into that, I do want to let you know that if you are sort of listening to me and thinking, man, I really wish I can get Daniel's help with my book marketing, then I do have a solution. It is our done-for-you book marketing program, and you could watch a video all about it at bestsellervideo.com. Okay, so what I wanted to chat about today is that in our Bestseller Builders program, we have lots of folks that basically is in the midst of writing their book and getting their book out. Okay, and as you know, as we work with some of these folks, we notice that there are definitely things that you could do pre-publication to make sure, or to, let's say, increase the probabilities that you will have good sales, ample sales. And these are basically the three things that we look at to make sure are right before the book gets published. First and foremost, and it's a real important point, is the book positioned right in the marketplace? What do I mean by that? Essentially, what I mean is, does it have a unique selling proposition in a niche that already has lots and lots and lots of people buying books? Okay. For example, I love to read about the stock market and investments and so forth. Let's say that you were writing a book on stock investing or securities or whatever. And first off, you know that is it fits into the broad market of money making, which is a huge, ever expanding market. But also, you could go and look at Amazon and see, just type in your keywords, stock market, investing under books, and see how well the books are selling. In other words, what is their page rank? And I like to see page ranks of under 100,000. The majority of them, that's really what I'm looking at. And by the way, also, when you see a category that is named after your specific niche, for example, with stock investing, there are a number of different categories. When I say categories, I'm talking about the Amazon bestseller categories, right? And you're looking for categories that really fit your book or the book that you're writing, kind of like a hand in glove. It's like a perfect fit for what you're intending on doing. So if you know that, in other words, that the book has legs, or maybe not the book, but the content has legs, and there are many people buying those books, those types of books in the marketplace, the next step in that process of positioning is to figure out, okay, you've got a book on stock market investing. What's special about it? Okay, what's different about what you're bringing to the marketplace versus a general book on stock market investing? So, for example, maybe your thing is that there are, your strategy or whatever. Maybe it's dividend stocks. You buy stocks that are on the rise, but also pay a dividend because you want to create, a passive income with that. Well, then you kind of go to the next step and you start looking, okay, if I know that there are lots of people looking for books and buying books, like we know that they're buying books because their sales rank is very low on Amazon. So that there's a hungry market for this. Then I go one step deeper. I want to know if there are a lot of books and how they're doing in the in the category of dividend books or dividend stocks? Or do they have a lot of books related to lots of dividend stocks? Yeah. So if there are, once again, I'm like, okay, then I'm probably in a good niche, and I'm further probably in a good sub niche because I found lots of books in this in this genre, in this subcategory, as it were, about dividend stock and investing, and I have a special take on dividend stock investing. Maybe you only invest exclusively with tech companies that, or maybe your thing is you only cover exclusively companies that are 50 years old or over and pay dividends or whatever. But the more you drill down, on one hand, you're looking for a lot of other quote unquote competition, because in this instance, competition is actually really good. By the way, why is it really good? Let's actually put a tack in that. Why is it competition good in a book marketplace? Well, generally speaking, if somebody's interested in a topic or a particular type of fiction, whatever, either way, they don't just buy one book. Okay. For example, as I said, I'm interested in stock investing. So I buy lots and read lots of books in stock investing. You see what I'm saying? Same is true in your niche, whatever your niche happens to be, as long as there are people already existing in the niche. That's the key. You got to have eyeballs. You got to have a hungry audience for that kind of thing. So that's position. Do you have a good positioning here? The next thing that I want to cover, again, these are all things that you should look at and make sure of before you publish your book. So let's say that you've got your positioning right. Your positioning is spot on. Lots of hungry people, and you're relatively unique in the sub niche, whatever that niche happens to be. Okay. Next step: do you have a excellent cover? Okay, your cover, probably above everything else about your book, is the most important thing you could actually put on your book. Okay. The problem is with so many authors is they put in so much time, effort, and energy into really polishing a beautiful manuscript, but then they go cheap on a cover. And because of that, your cover represents whatever in the pages of your book. Okay. So many, in fact, I would say most, especially newbie authors, they shoot themselves in the foot from the get-go because they don't put any money into their cover. They don't make sure that the cover is really, really well done. And importantly, my litmus test for this: would it look good? Would it look like it belongs next to a New York Times best-selling book in your genre, side by side? Okay. Do these two look like they belong when you look at the covers? Or can you tell by looking at the covers, meh, doesn't look so good, right? You could tell it's amateur. You could tell it's homemade. You could tell it was made, for very, very little money. I won't say Fiverr because I love my designer on Fiverr, and she's perfectly capable of churning out good covers, great covers that meet that litmus test. But you understand what I'm saying. Don't settle. Okay. That's what I'm really trying to say. Don't settle. Regardless of how much you pay for it, don't settle for a amateur or mediocre cover. Okay. Do not do that. And you're welcome, because you will thank me later. Like, thank you so much. Yes. You want your cover representing your book and respecting your book and respecting the work that you put into it. So yeah, give yourself and your book a fighting chance by getting the best possible quality cover you can get. Okay. So that's the second thing. First thing was position. The second thing was cover. The third thing, okay, again, to have all in place before you publish is distribution. Distribution. Super important that you understand that distribution is not just Amazon, okay? There are so many other places that can and do sell books exactly like yours, okay? And include places like retailers, brick and mortar, military PX exchanges, gift stores, of course, bookstores, okay? Home Depot, Lowe's sell tons of books in that subgenre. So make sure that you are working towards getting maximum distribution. So a couple easy things that you could do along these lines is make sure that your book is available both on Amazon, KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, and Ingram Spark. Okay. Why? Well, right there, once again, this is one of the things that we do for our folks at Bestseller Builders. If you must understand that while Amazon is only 40% of the overall book marketplace, the other people, and the indie bookstores and other retailers, understandably don't want to order your book from their biggest competitor, which is Amazon. Okay, so give them an opportunity, give them a way to actually go on from that part. And if you put your book up on Ingram Spark, it automatically gets saved over to Ingram, which all retailers, including libraries, have no issues with buying from. Okay, so your book and ebook goes up on Amazon, KDP, and using the same ISBN number, okay, as long as it's the same type of book, you're going to put it also up on Ingram Spark, which is going to make it available to every place else. Okay, so that's cool. Then, in addition to that, you're going to take it over to a place like Smashwords maybe, or Draft to Digital, and make it available digitally in all these other places. Okay? Again, don't just say, oh, I'm just going to do Amazon. That is a huge mistake, in my humble opinion. And the next thing, so you've got your book now, POD, print on demand. You've got it in ebook format. You've got it on both Amazon and Ingram Spark. What's next? Audiobook. And with audiobooks, you put it up on acx.com, which, by the way, is a parent, or Amazon is the parent company of ACX. ACX stands for Audiobook Creation Exchange, acx.com. And when you put your audiobook up there, you actually get it that once again distributed. That's what we're talking about here. Want to get the widest distribution possible, but you get it distributed on audible.com, itunes.com, and amazon.com. So that gets those three. Then you take those same files, okay, where you have your audiobook made, and then you bring them over to a place called authorsrepublic.com. And then you can get a bunch more places, distribution out that way as well. Places like audiobook.com, and there's a number of other ones I can't remember off the top of my head. But I will say this, that when I compare, my book selling on ACX or Amazon, or basically through that portal, I actually make more in royalties per month with Authors Republic. So going out to that. So again, these are the things that you must do if you want to ensure or give your book that leg up that you're really looking for before you publish it. Okay? Because as you well know, I'm sure you already realize this, There are so many competitors out there. The marketplace is crowded and just getting more and more crowded. So that means you've got to do what you're doing, okay, at exceptional levels, you know, at the level of excellence in all these undertakings. Once again, position correctly, the cover great, distribution as far and wide as possible, okay? By the way, these are all things, if you're like, throw your hands up in the air and say, my gosh, it's too much. If you're overwhelmed, I get it. I understand 100,000%, okay? Which is one of the reasons why, after many years of people asking us why we created Bestseller Builders. And if you want us to do all of this for you or in conjunction with you, we actually have a video for you over at bestsellervideo.com. It explains the program. It walks you through the process. There's a little application that you fill out there. And it's not right for everyone, but it is right for a lot of people that really want to have the weight and burden taken off their shoulders and basically onto ours and our team. And by the way, our team is headed by none other than the one, the only Amy Collins. So she oversees all the marketing, and it's just a wonderful program. I'm not going to belabor it, but I do want to say this because it's really, really important that you understand the steps you must take in order to be successful in today's book marketplace. It is a lot. I'm not going to lie to you and say that it's not. There is a tremendous amount that you can, could, and should do. And oh, cool. We got some folks. Let me just say hello to Sue is here. Ellen is here. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Sue. Appreciate you dropping by. And you know, that's just why I really want to put across to you that even if the Bestseller Builders program is not right for you, that I'm still here for you. So just let me hear from you in the chat. What other problems, what other things that you want help with? What's basically sticking in your book marketing? And I'll do my level best if I know about it, and I do know quite a bit about this stuff. I'll do my best to not only answer you in the comments, but also to make another video for you as well. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Go check out bestsellervideo.com if you want help done for you, book marketing through our agency. And if not, make sure you put a like on the video or love or whatever and share it too. I'd really, really appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much for watching. And I look forward to reading your comments. Bye, everyone.